Jada from Georgia, she is a crash out, and we see that at the end. And she crazy. And she's looking for her BD. Drewski, run for the hills.
We My new bitch look like Halle Berry.
Hi lover girls, hi lover boys. In this YouTube video we will be recapping Drewski's Coulda Been Love.
Coulda, woulda, what we coulda been.
Drewski's, sorry. I'll get that. It's just, it took me like 5 minutes before I typed it in, and I was like, oh my gosh, how do you pronounce this guy's name? But yeah, like and subscribe and comment down below, and let's get into it. Can I just say, this show is so funny. It was so funny. I literally was laughing like the whole time. The beginning of the episode is like a summary of what the show's gonna be about, a little glimpse of like the outside of the house, and it like it's very intriguing. It pulled me in like literally the first 5 minutes. The show's host, Caleb Paisley, I think, is like walking around and talking about like, is basically the narration of the show, and talks about his past with Ruby Rose, Drewski's past with Ruby Rose. Caleb, and then also all these like tabloids are also like talking about it too. But like Caleb and Drewski are walking around the pool talking about like the type of woman he wants to find, the type of girl he likes. The guy really said tops or bottoms. Drewski was like, I mean, I was on my clothing, and the guy was like, oh yeah, I was too. Boy, okay. I love it. He said, what's a man surrounded by hoes and broken promises? I died when he said that. I was like, that is too funny. Okay, so he was waiting for the ladies, and he said he could smell a stench of sea, like an aquarium. I was like, Drewski, I can't. Why have I not seen this before? I've seen like clips online, but like I finally have like tuned in. So this is episode 1, because we'll continue to do this until I finish the season. So the first person we see is Rosa from Atlanta. She said she likes light-skinned chocolate N-words, and she's a virgin, and she's here to find her baby daddy. I was like, ma'am, you are the baby daddy. Like, okay, whatever. Oh, sorry. So then she really told Drewski her real name is Ra. I was like, lies, deception, don't believe that, Drewski. And he looked really nervous, like she had the strap on her. Then he has like his own ads throughout this show, so that popped up. That was funny. It took me off guard. I was like, how do I skip this? But I was like, oh my gosh, it's his shit. Which I could still skip it, but it was funny, so I watched it. So then we meet Morris from Memphis, and no way she's 23. Like, no way. I don't know if the later episodes we see an ID or something, but it's not giving 23. It's giving 35. Like, no, not 23. She cooks, she cleans, she sucks D, and she shuts up. And I was like, that's cool, but the last part's a lie, because throughout the episode, she does not do that.
Mama beat me! Beat me! Beat me! Y'all see I started off with the pink wig. Now I'm back to the Cleo.
She's overly possessive and gassy. I was like, did the editors really put that girl out there like that? Like, what? She walks to Drewski and shows him her fat. I meant her tat. Sorry, y'all. That was my notes. I was like, what? Her tat. She shows him her tat. She tatted Drewski on herself. It's like, really? I bet that's fake though. They always say that, and it's not even real. Unless later on we see that it is real. So then we meet Nina Lynn from Manhattan.
So Asian Persuasion, when she walked in there, she got a little,
Her profile says she's 100% Chinese. 100% Chinese. And my thing is, why did they have to put that on there? They could have just said she was Chinese. Why does it have to be 100%? And she is sexually confused. I was like, okay. She's a little aggressive, but she gives me like that New York energy, that fast pace on your feet. Like, she's like that. Then Brianna comes in. He's definitely interested in Brianna.
It's black. That's just what it is. Personal preference. You feel me? Somebody got.
After that, Nina and Morris go back and forth, and you'll notice Morris goes back and forth with a lot of these girls. So when I say Morris, just know it has something to do with going back and forth. Brenda comes in, and she a stud.
And that hey, he got a build on his ass. Now,
So I'm just gonna go in order, have like people introduce themselves. It's not really a lot to talk about unless it was funny. Then Tyler comes in. She's aggressive, a little cuckoo, I feel. Like, that's what I think she's on. She's on some fatal attraction. So, Drewski, if you get with her, stay with her. Don't leave her.
I wouldn't really say Drewski is my type. He's like medium ugly. He can like keep me warm at night.
But she bad, though. She cute. She like a cute girl. Shakisha is a little person, and she from Louisiana. Ooh. She told him to pick her up. And he did, though. So that was kind of... Alyssa from Alabama comes, and she got a thick accent. He was low-key like, where you from? And she really said Georgia, but maybe she was born in Alabama, raised in Georgia. Either way, that's neck and neck. That accent gonna be thick. Then Meatball / Deja comes in.
Yeah, I like Meatball. We love her.
Then Camille from Georgia comes in, and her name is Camille with a K.
Coulda, woulda, what we coulda been.
And she a stud, and that's it. It's kind of bland. Kaylee from Georgia says her name is Destiny when she walks up to him, which threw me off guard because I'm taking notes, and I wrote down Kaylee. Then I listened to it again, and I was like, no, she said Kaylee. Like, it's Kaylee on the thingy, but she said Destiny, so I was like, interesting. But, okay. Jeanette, or Janae, I can't remember how it was. She's from Georgia. They really put on her thing that she's looking for a poppy. I was like, that's not desperate at all. Morris seems to be like the main issue, like I said, because she gets into it again with this girl named Katharina. That's how it's spelled, but it's Katrina from Wisconsin.
Mama beat me! Beat me! Beat me! Y'all see I started off with the pink wig. Now I'm back to the Cleo.
And then Erica from Wisconsin, she seems really kind, and I love the nickname he gave her later, Eric. Jada from Georgia, she is a crash out, and we see that at the end, and she crazy, and she's looking for her BD. Drewski, run for the hills. Tensions begin to rise. The girls are bickering back and forth, but Drewski and the host Caleb are like, oh my gosh, the girls are getting they get along so well. No, if you only knew. Then it's Jada versus Camille, and Camille's just like,
you know, y'all talking to me crazy. I usually got my strap on me.
and I was like, where do you think you are? Like, what? Then Troy from Georgia, she a cute stud, low key.
they always pick some stupid shit like Troy. I tell you that straight up. Your ass name ain't Troy on this show.
She's kind of cute. Then Morgan comes in last, and her booty is like a square. And he was like, oh, yeah, get in the house. She walks, and then he looks, and he's just like, wait, hold on, come back. Because he had to do a double take on that square, you know. And he said it looks like someone's pinching it. But she's pretty in the front. Like, here up front is pretty and thick. So the rest of the episode, Jada is like being messy and instigating, and she literally says, you know, I'm gonna try to get y'all out of this house. That never works out. Like in any reality TV show, the messy person, unless it's Love and Hip Hop, I'm talking about Carly, usually does not want to be, like, no one wants them there. Morgan asked Morris to get off of like this stripper pole that was in the house, and Morris was just like, no, it's mine. But it seems like they had beef or issues from like the day before, because it was like, why did you come up like that? And even after they started getting into it, Morris was just like, well, if you had something to say to me, you should have said it yesterday. So it's giving something left off from yesterday. So then the first eliminations, night one, they got to it. Usually it's like you kind of like, you know, mellow in, but they got to it night one. He gives out nicknames. I'm not going to go through the whole list of nicknames because we're going to hear about these people as time goes on. But my favorite name so far, not my favorite person, I liked Switcheroo. That was good. That was for, what's her name? The one who's like, hold up. I don't know why I forgot. It was from one of the girls. Tyler, yeah. The one who was like crazy and aggressive a little bit in my opinion, but she cute. Tigriz, I'm gonna put that clip. And then Himothy, I thought Himothy was cool. And then least favorite country, because that didn't really take much thought. K-Dot, because that was weird. And Bambi, because she don't look nothing like a Bambi. Then the last two remaining is Morris and Jada. And Morris starts having a meltdown. She's like, oh, Lord, why did he pick me, Lord? And it's just like, girl, he hasn't even said nothing yet.
And you didn't pick me? Man, nigga, I know some shit, though. I'm my mama. I'm gonna f this house up. I'm gonna show your ass. I'm gonna show your ass.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
I caught a fly, my nigga, to come be with you. And you didn't pick me? Shut the f up, bitch.
And finally, he picks Morris. So Jada has to go home. And let me tell you something. I knew it because Morris is good for TV. She's good for shock. She's good for like funny and stuff. But Jada, he should not have kept them at the bottom too, because she starts having a meltdown. And tell me why he said he didn't pick her because of the black lipstick. I was like, let me wipe this off. Like, what? But yeah, Jada starts having a meltdown. That's not good for TV. And that was pretty much episode 1. Next episode, it didn't really do like a preview of next episode. It just went to like the summary of what's going to happen in the show. So I'm going to recap episode 2. I'm going to have it out sometime soon because I know the season's over, so I'm kind of behind. But let me know how y'all feel about it, and comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.
My new bitch look like